Hi, welcome to our online tutorial. My name is Tiffany with UnitedEx, and I will be your presenter. This training is to show you how to use the IssueTrak system. You can log into IssueTrak on your phone or on a computer. Let's begin by entering your user ID and password that has been sent to you. If you did not receive one, just email cs@unitedexww.com. In the subject line, input IssueTrak login. For tutorial purposes, I will be logging in as a test user. When logging in, you will be directed to either your dashboard or your My Tickets page. I like to default my page to dashboard as I like a complete overview of my tickets. This is your personal preference. You can select to view whichever way fits your needs. I will show you how to select your default page later on in this tutorial. I will begin by explaining the links on this page. On this screen, you will see two logos. On the left, you will see the Cortera logo. If you click on it, you will be redirected to the Cortera website, and you also have the option to be able to log into Cortera. On the right-hand side is the UnitedEx logo. Should you click on that, it will also redirect you to the UnitedEx website. Now on the left-hand side, you will see a gray menu section. We will begin from the bottom. The UnitedEx website link will take you to the UnitedEx website. The Cortera link will take you to the Cortera website. Should you ever forget that you can click on the logos, you will be able to click on these as it does the same exact thing. The link above that is the WebShip link. Should you click on that, you will be redirected to your WebShip login. Above that is the REMS link. Should you click on that one, that will take you directly to your REMS login. Now you have all your systems right at your fingertips. The next thing I want to review is the Knowledge Center. That would be above the REMS link. The Knowledge Center is your resource center. The resource center is set up by categories. Each category is filled with tons of articles, instructions, forms, and basically everything. This resource center will always have updates, so be sure to visit this periodically. It's easier to navigate than going through tons of different emails. If I select, let's say, the category Cortera, here I will find a bunch of articles pertaining to Cortera. Let's say I wanted to know what is Cortera. Let's select that article. Here I will be able to review a brief description on the article, and many articles will have attachments. We can download the attachment straight from IssueTrak. Let's go back. Now let's say you want to be able to see DHL hazmat forms. This will give you all different types of information on hazardous materials, including how to apply to be an authorized DHL hazmat shipper. The next thing I want to show you is the how-tos, useful information. This gives you tons of different information and instructions on how to do certain things. You will find tons of articles, PDFs, and coming soon, even some web videos. If you happen to have any ideas or feedback, please let me know and I can add articles to the Knowledge Center, or I can do what I can to accommodate you if possible. Now we will set up IssueTrak to your liking. On the left-hand side, let's click My UnitedEx, and then My Settings. Here you will select your time zone. You can select your default home page. As I stated earlier in the tutorial, I like mine to be dashboard, so I will leave it at dashboard. The next option you will be able to select is the My Ticket screen. You can select standard or expanded view. After you submit a ticket, where would you like to be redirected to? I have mine to be redirected right back to my dashboard. I have my dashboard reload blank as it reloads every 15 minutes as a default. And of course, you may enter in your personal information if it's not already there. Lastly, be sure to click on Update or your data will not save. Now we'll go set up my dashboard. Let's go to Dashboard Settings. And now let's select different panels. First, I will select Open Ticket by ticket types. And I'm going to add that to my left column. The next thing I'm going to select is Open Tickets by Priority and add that to my right column. The next one I want to select is Open Tickets by Assignee. I will add that to my left. The following one will be Open Tickets by Next Action. I will add that to my right. And finally, I want to go ahead and select System Overview. I'm going to add it to my left. Now click Save. You can select whatever you want for your dashboard. Now you will see a breakdown of your dashboard on your dashboard screen when you log in. If you want a simple summary instead of a dashboard, go to the left menu side and select My Tickets. This is a more simple view of your open tickets as a submitter or you as a next action. Next, I will show you how to submit a ticket on IssueTrak. So if you're logged into IssueTrak, let's go to the menu section and click Submit Ticket. Try to take a look at it as if it was an email. You have the option to select Quick Pick, or you could just begin typing in the information for your ticket. The subject line is similar to a subject line in your regular email. So here, I am going to go ahead and I'm going to put web ship. Try to keep it as plain and bland as possible. You don't need to put too much information in your subject line. You can put all your information right into the full description. The full description is similar to an email body. So what I'm going to enter here is I get the following error message for customer UAA0001. The next thing I want to say is what kind of error message. I'm getting a runtime error. And then I want to go ahead and give them some examples so that my ticket could be assisted as soon as possible and have as much information as I need. So I'm going to go ahead and say review attachment and screen and creating an export label. This is everything that they're basically going to need to be able to review my ticket and assist me as best as possible. The next thing I'm going to do is go ahead and select the ticket type. Here, you will see a wide range of different tickets. If it's not listed there, don't worry. Select Undetermined, and I can always add more ticket types as more tickets come in. So here I'm going to select WebShip. Some ticket types will have subtypes. WebShip does, so I'm going to select Error Message. Now, for priority, I will leave it as medium, but please note, you will be able to select high or low. If we see that tickets are selected high when they are not, we will change it accordingly, and the only thing you will be doing is causing delays in your own tickets, plus in tickets that are realistically urgent. So do not select high priority if it's not high. Next, you can go ahead and select a target date or required by date, or you can leave it blank. If an attachment needs to be included, do as you normally would do in a regular email. Let's click off Include Attachment and Submit Ticket. The next screen will allow you to go ahead and upload your attachment. So choose File, and let's select WebShip Error Message, and let's select Screen 1, and Save. And that's it. That's all there is to it. This is telling you that the attachment was successfully added. It's giving you a ticket number. It's allowing you to add additional notes. So let's say I added the ticket and now I just want to add a note to my ticket. I can just click Add Note and put Please Update and select Update. Now if I go and scroll to the bottom, it tells me who entered the note, when they entered the note, and the actual note. Now let's scroll back up. Let's say I wanted to email this ticket to somebody. If I want to include private notes, I click OK. If I don't, I click No. I'm just going to add it. Now I want to send this ticket to Tiffany. If I want to include my attachments that's on the ticket, I would just select it. And if I want to add any additional comments to it without interfering with my actual ticket notes, I can do that here. If I don't want to add any additional messages, I don't need to. I can leave this blank. Now let's leave the ticket content alone. We don't need to change anything there, and click send. Now the email was sent to Tiffany, and if we scroll to the bottom, a note will be added saying the submitter, the time, and then the note, email copy of ticket, and my notes that I added to my ticket, to the message on my email. The next thing I want to show you, let's say the runtime error was fixed, you figured out what was wrong, you don't need this anymore. Go ahead and close your ticket by selecting close. Or let's say you already submitted your ticket, but you forgot to add an attachment. Well, you can go on the left-hand side and select attachment. Choose file. Let's just put this in there, and let's click save. Now when I scroll to the bottom, here's the new attachment that I just entered in, and it'll give me the time that it was entered and the date. The next thing I want to show you on here is the total time open. Here it tells you how long a ticket has been open since submitted during normal business hours. Let's say you wanted to go ahead and add additional people to get emails in regards to this ticket. Well, you can do that by clicking on View Maintain Distribution List and adding their email to it. Let's just say one day you can't see any notes. That would be because these two arrows are pointed up. If you click on this, it will open it up and you'll be able to see your notes. And that's it. Now, let's go on to the next subject. Let's say you need to go ahead and search for tickets. Well, there are two ways you can do this. On the top right-hand corner, if you know your ticket number, you can select the ticket number and click search. And it will take you directly to the ticket. Let's say you don't know the ticket number. Well, let's go to the left-hand menu side and click search. You can search by keywords, or you can narrow your results if you're looking for an open ticket or a closed ticket. Here's where you would go ahead and enter your keyword. I'm going to say webship. The more information that you put in here, the more you narrow your results. So be careful when filtering your search options. So I want to put webship, and I want to search all my webship shipments. Let's click search. I will get a list of every ticket, including that's in regards to webship. It will tell me the ticket number, the date open, who opened the ticket, if it's open or closed, the ticket type, and the subject. If I click here, it will allow me to open up the ticket. And again, I can add notes if I choose to do that. Now let's say I want to search only for webship shipments that were open today. So I'm going to click date opened, today. This will go in automatically. And then my webship keyword is there. Now let's click search. So only tickets that were open today is going to show up. The final thing I would like to show you is how you would submit a ticket by your regular email address. So let's get out of here. And let me open up my emails. All I need to do to open up a ticket is not worry about who I have to send an email to, because all your tickets, everything that you send from now on, will go to one email address. So you don't need to worry about who's taking care of it, if you're sending it to the right person, because it will get filtered automatically in IssueTrak, either by us or by the system. So let's go ahead and let's put cs@unitedxww.com. Now here, I want to go ahead and I want to select webship. Try to keep this as plain as possible. You don't need to put too much information into the subject line. Just put what the ticket type is, and that's all you need to put in the subject line. Here you can just put whatever details you want to put. Test from email address. I'm putting here. But on yours, obviously, you're going to put in what the actual information that you're going to need the issue is. If you want to add an attachment, you can by clicking Add Attachment, and then that's it. So now everything on this email is going to come from me, so it's going to know who my submitter is. It's going to go into IssueTrak automatically. The ticket is going to be web shipped, so it's going to be assigned automatically. Here's my attachment, and here are my notes. When I click Send, it's automatically going to open up a brand new ticket for IssueTrak. Let me show you what that looks like. Okay, this is the email that I just opened up. Actually, this is one I did earlier, so just give it a moment for the email to come through, and I will show you how that looks. Okay, let's go ahead and see how the ticket opens. So once you submit a ticket, you will receive a reply, and it would say the following: ticket information, ticket description. This is what we entered, test from email address, and then it's going to say that it was submitted by direct email. So it's going to let us know that we were not logged into IssueTrak. It's going to tell us that it was sent by an email. If you want to see a ticket, all you would need to do is to view this ticket in the ticket detail. You don't need to log into IssueTrak. You could just then go ahead and click here, and it'll redirect you directly to your ticket. Okay, so let's go back real fast, and let me just show you when you're on your dashboard what it does for you. Okay, here's your dashboard. So it's going to tell you the ticket type, how many tickets are open per ticket type. Let's click on it, and it'll take me to all 7 of my open tickets. These are all test shipments, so it's okay. And then it'll tell me whoever is assigned to my tickets, how many is assigned to each person, and who's handling it. So you have a better view of who to ask for an update for. And then whoever the organization is. So let's just say organization is more like your company. So that will be there. Priority. If you have low priority, medium, or high, it would then go ahead and have its own line items, and you have a graph of those. Is there anything else here? I don't think there's anything else that you really need to see, and I think we're all set. So if you have any questions, definitely feel free to reach out to me. My name is Tiffany. My contact information is tiffany@unitedexww.com, or you can just submit a ticket to cs@unitedexww.com. You can also submit feedback to UnitedEx. So if you have any ideas, any concerns, any compliments, anything that you want to go ahead and let us know, feel free to do that via IssueTrak, and everything will always be kept anonymous. Well, I had a pleasure going over this tutorial with you. I hope you learned something, and you guys have a very great day.